Hey folks, Bearded Appliance Repair here, and we got a KitchenAid ice machine today. Customer complaint is it's just not making ice. Could be anything from a condenser fan, recirculation pump, thermistors. Could be a number of things. So whenever we get there, we're gonna get into diagnostics and actually test these things out. So if that's what you guys are here for, y'all stay tuned. We're gonna get to it here in a second. Alright, this is this KitchenAid ice machine. To get into diagnostics, you want to hold the very left and the very right button, which is the on and clean. You will see some lights flash, and then after that, you hit service. This is manual test. The first one is your bin thermostat. If it's blinking, your bin thermostat's bad. If it's solid, bin thermostat's good. The next one is going to be your evaporator thermostat. And again, if it's blinking, it's bad, and if the light is solid, it's good. The one after that is your fill valve, and she is filling with water, so that's good. The one after this is your recirculation pump. There's no water recirculating, so we're going to investigate this recirculation pump here in a few. But I'm going to go through the rest of these diagnostic tests before we get into that. But the test after that will test your drain pump, see if your drain pump's working. Then it should be your compressor along with your recirculation pump and your condenser fan running. So we hear the compressor on and the condenser fan's on, so all that other stuff is looking good. And so this right here is the test for your hot gas valve, which looks pretty good as well. So we're just going to be investigating this recirculation pump. To get to the recirculation pump, I've already done this, but to show you how, just one little 1/4 inch screw, and you get that panel out of the way, and then you get that harness on the very right. That is your recirculation pump. We're going to test continuity on this pump first, and it is open, which means it's a bad pump. But if you guys are reading a good pump, you want to check for power too. We're going to check for power right now. So on the very right hand side, you should be getting 14 volts AC. If you are not getting 14 volts AC, most likely you got a bad control board. So right now we are taking out this recirculation pump. Needs a new one. I got one with me, so we're going to go ahead and swap this sucker out. First thing you do is you take off that tube that I already took off, and this thing is pretty tricky to get out. I'll show you guys what you need to do to actually get it off, but in order to show you, I had to take this reservoir down, and I got that reservoir down, and if you see these tabs, you got to get those tabs on the other side of that white piece. So I just took a screwdriver in there and pretty much pried the tabs upward, and eventually she broke free. You got to do the front side and the back side, but once you get it free, that pump comes right out and you can put your new pump in. And by the way guys, if you need this recirculation pump, I will have it linked in the description below for you. So if you need it, go ahead and pick that up. I am an Amazon associate, so if you do purchase this through that link, I will make a little bit of commission off of it. So if you do purchase it, I do appreciate it. Thanks a lot. But yeah, we got this old pump out. We're going to put this new pump in, and it's virtually the same thing. Looks the exact same almost, except for it's cleaner. But you just drop it in the hole opposite way of the way you got it out, and then you gotta get those tabs back onto the other side of the white piece there, and then you hook up your recirculation pump hose, and you hook up the electricity, and then you test it. But I'm gonna let you guys watch this for a little bit, and I'll chime in a little bit later. I will say, getting this reservoir back on is a real pain. If you can get this pump out without getting this reservoir, or without taking this reservoir off, I really recommend doing it that way. But if you have to get this reservoir off, just keep in mind it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. It's a little aggravating, but yeah, we got that pump in. We're getting back into diagnostics. You can also just turn it on if you want to, but it takes a while for it to actually fill. But anyways, we're going to get to the fill portion of it, and she's going to fill up for us. Then we're going to advance to the recirculation pump, and there she goes. Recirculation pump is recirculating that water. So we're going to go ahead and put this thing back together, and that's it. Alright, that's it. Repair's done. Got that recirculation pump in there. She's pumping away. Like I was trying to say earlier, whenever you don't have to go into diagnostics like I did. I do that because it's a lot faster for me. But after you get that recirculation pump in there, you turn it on, this thing will start to fill. It may take a little bit, but it'll start to fill. But usually the fill cycles on these, they last about 4 minutes. So you're waiting 4 minutes before that recirculation pump will start. If this is your ice machine, you could probably have time, just to hit that on button, just wait a little bit, and see if that recirculation pump's working. But for me, I don't have that kind of time, so I got to take these little shortcuts here and there. So I really hope this video was helpful to y'all. If it is, give me a like, subscribe. Also, if you have any questions about anything that you've seen in this video, just let me know. I'm here to help, and I usually get back to you guys fairly quickly. Usually within 24 hours or so, and I usually get back to you in the evenings. During the day, I'm doing this stuff all day long. So, if this has helped, give me a like, subscribe, and I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks again.